latest health trend that everybody is talking about, CBD oil.
Will a dropper a day keep the doctor away?
CBD. If you haven't heard of it yet, you probably will soon. The natural herb is taking the health world by storm.
We're in the midst of a CBD oil boom.
There's a revolution, a whole movement happening now with plant-based wellness.
Wow, you just see great review after great review. I mean, people seem to love this stuff.
And with news, it can help soothe anxiety and ease aches and pains. Just what is CBD, Alice?
It's very exciting.
What's notable, though, the success stories from people who say CBD from hemp has helped where other medicines have not.
And many believe it can help with everything from anxiety and chronic pain to diabetes, even cancer.
The medicinal uses of hemp are just numerous. The hemp helps, well, we can talk about the cancer effects of hemp, but it helps with inflammation. It's very anti-inflammatory. It helps with seizures. It's very effective with PTSD.
Helping with insomnia, pain management, and anxiety.
Proponents say CBD can be used to treat everything from anxiety, chronic pain, to epileptic seizures, even cancer.
But it has a tremendous amount of other benefits, including research shows anti-seizure, anti-epileptic, which is why it's gotten a lot of popularity. We do a lot with children with seizure disorders, and they're getting benefits from this plant.
It's an anti-inflammatory, but then the uses of hemp for cancer, what I've studied, because of my book, Cancer Step Outside the Box, and the number of cancers, there's about a dozen different cancers that have been studied in depth with medicinal marijuana, with hemp. And so the studies, from brain cancer to prostate cancer to pancreatic cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, prostate cancer, it's amazing.
CBD oil is the new popular natural remedy for various common illnesses.
There's anti-anxiety, which is really important. It's the anti-THC of sorts. It calms you down. It helps you manage stress better.
Now, the story behind CBD oil is quite interesting. It burst on the national scene in 2013. There was a 6-year-old girl named Charlotte Fiji who lived in Colorado, and she suffered from a rare form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome. And, she was having multiple seizures, in fact 300 grand mal seizures a week. It was eating up her brain. The parents were desperate. Nobody knew what to do. And
from the moment Charlotte entered his office, he knew she was in trouble. While he was just examining her, she had 2 seizures.
She'd failed everything. There were no more options for her. Everything had been tried.
They found a grower, and they got a strain that was very high in CBD oil and very low in THC. And they gave it to the girl. The doctors were quite skeptical, but sure enough, the seizure stopped, first for an hour, then for a week, and pretty soon the girl was healed. So now I think she's 11. She maybe only has 2 or 3 seizures a week, and most of them are sleep.
High praise for CBD also shared by Dr. James Taylor, an anesthesiologist currently treating more than 1,000 patients with CBD.
I'm very excited for the future of this and how it's going to impact medicine.
Dr. Taylor studied CBD with 100 of his patients last year.
And 3 things rose to the surface. Number 1 was sleep. Our patients slept so much better. The second thing we noticed was a decrease in anxiety. The third thing we saw was hope. Now that's a little harder for a physician to put a number on a scale from 0 to 10, how hopeful are you? But what we realized is that patients were getting kind of a mild antidepressant effect.
And the best way to take it is put it under your tongue and rub it in your cheek. Don't do too much, you're going to be asleep all afternoon. You know what you should do? No. Don't try to communicate, just relax. I think you're calmed down. So quickly. Isn't that amazing?
He used just a single drop, and his hands afterwards were rock steady, and the dyskinesia left.
It was swing back. It works most of the time.
The number one frustration that I have is knowing that there is this untapped potential.
It's God, Alcoholics Anonymous, my family, and the CBD oil. Those are the main components in my life.
48-year-old Chris Livingston swears by CBD oil for help with his depression, anxiety, PTSD, and ADHD.
The CBD comes along and it has completely changed my life.
Livingston stresses he's 7 years sober and is cautious about taking anything, but CBD passes his test.
And I took it, and about 5-10 minutes later, we're talking and we're looking at each other, and we just stopped talking, and I said, it's gone. And she said, what? And I said, it's gone. I feel completely normal. It was like the best way I can describe it is a peace, just a peace, calm.
Today, both Livingston and Thomas say they take 1 dropper of CBD every morning and night.
So I went into the Air Force when I was 18.
Air Force veteran Kristen Thomas joined the military right out of high school, but her career in aerospace medicine grounded by disabling migraines.
They were getting more frequent, and I was unable to continue to perform my job reliably. And I was medically discharged after 10 years. It was very sad for me, heartbreaking.
Her health battles continued as migraines were joined by night terrors, nausea, depression, and anxiety.
I've tried over 15 medications. I've seen over 10 plus specialists and doctors.
Then this past Thanksgiving, nausea forced her to cancel plans with a friend, who then forced her to try CBD oil.
She comes in with her bottle and she says, open your mouth. And she puts a dropper full of this stuff. She's like, lift up your tongue, stick this under your tongue. Oh, okay, fine. So I do that.
Within just 5 minutes, she says her nausea faded away.
I just didn't feel nauseous anymore. After a week of using it, when I was at my family's house, or my husband's family's house, I just felt like me again. Like I was able to smile and hang out with people, and I didn't feel like I needed to go lay down.
And one night I woke up at late in the morning, or 4 in the morning as I often do, with anxious rumination. My heart was beating rather rapidly, and normally I just lie down there and breathe and try to calm myself down. But this time I reached for the dropper, put it under my tongue, took about 2 drops, and I started to notice that my heart rate went down. Slowed down, and as my heart rate slowed down, I felt more relaxed and my muscles were less tense, and with about 10 minutes I was back to sleep. So I've been using CBD oil orally for a year now. I've been experiencing quite a lot of anxiety due to stressors in my life. I was having a hard time sleeping. I started to take a dropper full at bedtime, and again if needed when I woke up too early in the morning. The CBD oil greatly reduced my anxiety and had a nice side effect or side benefit of reducing joint pain as well. I've never felt groggy in the morning after taking it. I highly recommend CBD oil.
Well, John, the scientific research is slowly catching up with the hype for certain medical conditions. A scientific review published in 2015 of 49 other studies found CBD has major potential as a treatment for multiple anxiety disorders.
The research now is over 1,200 peer-reviewed journals on CBD. It's probably the most exciting and researched ingredient or substance right now around the world.
And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever.
And there's CBD, which is cannabidiol. It's something that doesn't cause a psychoactive component. It's believed to be a medicine. It's been used as a medicine in decades past.
CBD does not contain any THC, the psychoactive part of the plant, so it doesn't get you high.
You take the plant and you can pull out certain components of it. So you're just, in this case, you're pulling out the CBD component and you're just using that.
It starts relieving chronic pain. Any kind of chronic pain in the body, like multiple sclerosis, arthritis, fibromyalgia, starts to subside. People suffering from terminal illnesses are finding relief with CBD. CBD binds with pain-producing brain cells and alter their function to relieve chronic excruciating pain from the body.
As a neurosurgeon, you're good at this stuff. Explain to me how CBD actually affects the body.
Well, we have all these different receptors in our bodies to basically attract and to have these components activate. But because those receptors are everywhere in the body, you could get an impact just about anywhere.
So all these things might just reduce your social anxiety.
It starts reducing anxiety and depression. CBD has been shown to reduce levels of stress and anxiety in those suffering from conditions such as PTSD, social anxiety disorder, and obsessive-compulsive disorder.
CBD produces so many effects throughout the body based on the fact it can bind to receptors in so many of our different organs, right? Places as far away as the intestinal tract and your arm and your spinal column up into your brain. And that's why people say it helps them alleviate pain, right? Maybe help with seizures. It's a pretty serious problem for a lot of folks. Anxiety, pretty common problem that we don't want to treat if we don't have to. But think about that. People think it can do so many things because of the CBD oil that is in there. It's touching so many parts of our body.
It starts reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation contributes to many non-infectious diseases, including heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, autoimmune disease, and more. Research also shows that CBD oil can reduce chronic inflammation that leads to disease. It starts improving heart health. Cannabidiol reduces artery blockage, reduces stress-induced cardiovascular response. It also lowers your blood pressure. It may also reduce cholesterol. It starts to reduce acne. CBD oil can be used topically to treat skin conditions. Studies show CBD oil can help treat acne due to its anti-inflammatory properties and ability to reduce sebum production. CBD also contains many nutrients like vitamin E that help improve and protect the skin. It starts fighting with cancer cells. CBD oil's role in cancer treatment still needs more research, but what is available is looking promising. According to the American Cancer Society, CBD oil can slow the growth and spread of some kinds of cancer. Because it fights oxidative stress and inflammation, it starts promoting weight loss. Cannabidiol can help maintain healthy blood sugar, stimulates genes and proteins that helps break down fat, and increase mitochondria that helps burn calories. It overall promotes healthy weight management.
Kind of hard for me to get this and spray in his mouth, but here it is. I just gave him 2 shots of it in his mouth. Come here. You okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You good now, ain't you? You okay?
And good for humanity that this substance was discovered.